What are their names? Squad. Boom Boy. Or Broom Boy. Add friend. And the minion gliders. Marsh Holt. It went live.
Or it says stream starting soon, so yeah.
Sweet.
With a really pretty background. Did you pick that? Or does it do it itself?
Boom Boy. Or Broom Boy.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
All right. Well, looks like both teams are getting ready here. Make sure my audio is working well. Everyone can hear our in-game audio. Welcome to the stream, everyone. This will be cast number 2 for me. We've got the Minion Miners versus Tactical Feed up. Looks like both ready. All right. Well, looks like both teams are getting ready here. Make sure my audio is working well. Everyone can hear our in-game audio. Perfect. All right. Looks like we got the stream running well. Hopefully have some desktop audio going on here. Welcome to the stream, everyone. This will be cast number 2. Perfect. All right. And we should have audio working here. Nugget, can you just check, make sure we have audio working, both from the game, and I think my mic audio is working. Just confirm that if you will. 30 seconds from now. Alright, so we have the Minion Miners on the right with the first ban, and that being Chromie. Tactical Feed on the left. And if I recall correctly, the map bans were Volskaya, Towers, Tomb, and Battlefield of Eternity. Tactical Feed elects to ban the Joe. Chromie's an interesting ban. I'm wondering if there's a scouting report that we are unaware of here. And the Rhaegar ban comes out, so meta healer, meta tank taken off the board early. And the Lucio ban comes in. Lucio always a good ban, especially on these bigger maps where he's got a lot of wall ride, rotational speed. And we've got our first picks coming in here. Sylvanas. Probably a comfort pick. Sylvanas, good, well-rounded damage hero, though. So. And the Blaze of Nubrak comes in, so we're going to see an all-flame Blaze here. And lock in the front line early. And we've got our first picks coming in here. Looks like our audio is good. And picks 2 and 3 come in. The Brightwing followed by the Falstad. Falstad and Brightwing, both globals. Great pickups on Sky Temple. Always great to have some global pressure. I believe we are in Division Storm for anyone who's interested. Or no, Division Nexus, I'm sorry. I was just watching Blue stream Division Storm. Deathwing band comes in, so this is Division Nexus. For those new to the stream, please give me a follow. Would appreciate it. Drop some comments in here. Stukov band comes in third. Trying to get into this casting. This is my second official cast. I casted last night for a Division E matchup. Pretty exciting game. Actually, the Miss Nugget is on the one of the Division E teams that I casted last night. Her team unfortunately did not win, but still it was a good matchup. And the gray main and the white main come in. The double main back to back. So we're still looking for the front line on the side of the Minion Miners here. And let's get this a little over out of the way. Maybe quite distracting. Pretty squishy backline at the moment, so you're going to expect some beef here. May see a Diablo. Oh, of course, a Diablo and Thrall. Anticipated that one a little bit. Pretty beefy front line. Assumably, we're going to see an earthquake here on the objective, slow everything up a little. Now we're still looking for another DPS, assumably a mage here. And we see a cooldown. Great wave clear, great single target blow up. Of course, his AoE talents for the objective, extremely strong. And we're about to get ready going here with Map 1, Sky Temple, in the Nexus division between Tactical Feed and the Minion Miners. So to get our lineup started, we got Feldroth on the Gul'dan, we've got Broomboy Captain on the Anubarak, we have Solidity on the Greymane, Whereabouts on the Blaze, Materium on the Whitemane, and on the side of the Minion Miners, we've got Murderan on the Thrall. We keep moving around. Cheese and Rice on the Falstad. Sir Mac of Cheese on the Sylvanas, Westgra on the Brightwing, and Marshall on the Diablo. Alright, so the Minion Miners are going to play aggressive here. Looks like they're going to go and try to get a tower early game. Of course, I got Sylvanas to turn the towers off, so great play. Get some early game lane pressure. Of course, Gul'dan's got great AoE talent, but they're going to take that tower and leave. While the it looks like the Tactical Feed had the exact same idea. They're going to take top pressure here, take out a tower. So both teams doing a little early game cheesing. Falstad's going to fly top, and let's see what this fight looks like here. They're going to target the Greymane, and of course he's got plenty of mobility, so he's going to jump out. But we got the Blaze in the bush looking for a takedown here earlier. Rick Cass lead. Time to get cheesy. Scar on the right wing, hanging out middle, trying to get some soak. And it looks like the Thrall may get taken down by the Anubarak stun, and the follow-up by the Greymane. Of course, Greymane with that great blow-up. And we've got an early game camp here. Sir Mac of Cheese. Of course, Sylvana with great pressure here on the camps, and they're going to go ahead and take that second tower, so opening up some early game lane pressure on the side of Tactical Feed. Now let's just be careful that we don't get picked here. It's a 4v3 now, and as you see, Diablo and Sylvanas invading on the second camp here, playing smart, getting those siege giants to throw those big ass, but it looks like Blaze is going to snoop it out. He's unfortunately not going to be able to do anything without his team. And they are going to get the Brightwing teleport down, and they're going to get out of there. But they got these Siege Giants secured. It's going to get a little damage. Of course, they're going to continue with the double Siege Giants pressing and throwing big-ass rocks on their minions and soon to be their defensive structures. Tactical Feed is going to go ahead and take their Bruiser camp and get that pushing. Diablo scoping that out, trying to do a little scouting on that team, but he... Oh, and a big dive on the Blaze. Got the Falstad here, we got the Thrall here, but Blaze is going to E out. And it looks like they may get a kill on the Whitemane. Whitemane's chasing. Anubarak comes in with the interrupt. And a lot of smart, safe plays here, avoiding any early game deaths. Of course, the Tactical Feed has the Bruiser camp pushing. We have not seen the Bruiser camp on the side of Minion Miners taken yet. But Sylvanas and Falstad are going to work on that. It looks like the Minion Miners are going to opt for taking the middle camp. It looks like the tactical feed team is going to go ahead and take the top objective. I'm sorry, not camp objective. Of course, Brightwing is going to set bottom, and she is going to wait till she has her Z up and use that global to get some last minute. So, unfortunately, Blaze is going to have to go in to counter that at the bottom, get that soak, and he does not have global. So, of course, top tower is going to be taken down, or top fort is going to be taken down here. Pretty safe control of each of the objectives. Doesn't look like either team wants to push it this early on. Brightwing and Blaze getting the soak bottom. Goldon looks like he's looking for a little poke here. Let's see if he thinks that's a good idea or not. Oh, sorry for that camera angle there. Unfortunate. And the Minion Miners are going to opt for taking the Bruiser camp here. We got pretty even talent level, slight lead on behalf of tactical feed. But it looks like the Minion Miners, the tactical feed is going to opt to press forward on these bottom defensive structures and try to get down that wall and those towers. Responsive play here. Big dive on the Sylvanas. Let's see if she can get out. Blaze got her on the back line. A big throw by the Diablo. But at this point, it doesn't look like either team has the will to fight for too long. Avoiding deaths at this point, playing the map itself, Macro Gaming at its best. They're going to go ahead and take this camp. But Brightwing with a big stun, and Gul'dan blows her up. Unfortunately, it looked like that Brightwing just got overextended while her team was taking the Siege Giants there. Top camp pressure here. Diablo and Greymane. Let's see if we get a fight here. He will go in on the Greymane, but as soon as and the Nubarak die, followed by the entire team jumping on the Diablo. Thrall's going to be able to save him Brightwing with the Z in, and they're going to turn this around, and it looks like the Greymane is going to fall. Great counter engage, just waiting for the right moment. And Thrall's looking to invade on the siege camp here. This will be the second time they were able to take it, but the enemy team is scoping this out. Let's see if they dive in. Of course, it's a 5v4, so this will be a tough fight, especially 5v3 right now because Blaze is clearing middle lane. And it looks like Diablo is just going to bump the Gul'dan out, and the siege camp is going to go in the favor of the Minion Miners at this point. Savannah able to take that last wall. And Blaze is still getting some soak in. Now we got that early level 10. Of course, that's going to be in the favor, but at the moment it looks like the Minion Miners are going to opt for taking 10 and then collapse. Of course, Falstad has that global, so let's see at what point they decide to invade. Of course, they're going to wait on their Thrall. Blaze in the bush looking for a isolation here. And it looks like the Minion Miners are going to slide in and take over the objective. But a Nubarak dives on the back line. Thrall's getting blown up. Z comes in. A cocoon on the Thrall may have saved him. And Diablo comes out with a big flame. Blaze dropping his bunker to survive. And let's see if this Blaze is able to get out. He is. Neither team dropping yet. Of course, they've had pressure, but Diablo dives in. And all of the talent's coming out. Brightwing's going to drop. It looks like Diablo's going to drop as well. And that was a 2 kills to none scenario on behalf of Tactical Feed. Big win right there. And they are about a... Oh, and Nubarak's going to dive in. He's going to miss. But he follows up. It looks like Grayman's going to dive on Thrall. Thrall's got those Nikes on, though. And he's going to run out of there. Unfortunately, this fort is going to be taken down, both by the combination of the lasers and the poke by Gul'dan and Greymane. Now, of course, we got pressure here. Sylvanas looks like she's going to go top, clean up these lanes, pushing, grab that soak, try to catch up on XP. They're only about a half a level here. Yeah, so the talents, we've got Bunker Drop, Divine Reckoning, Cocoon, of course, Cursed Bullet, Horrify, Lightning Breath, Wailing Arrow, Blink Heal, Sundering, and Mighty Gust. Well, we got a second. Let's look at the stats here. Gul'dan and Greymane leading with top damage. We got Blaze, Gul'dan, and Greymane leading in siege. Bruiser Camp going to be taken on behalf of the Greymane. Of course, great siege damage there on his part. Great utility damage for taking camps. Looks like bottom lane is just a hair from falling, and Diablo and Falstad are going to rotate up and take their Bruiser Camp to counter the Bruiser Camp on behalf of Tactical Feed at this point. Tactical Feed going to clean up the bottom lane, get rid of these Siege Giants, but it looks like Minion Miners are going to have to go and rotate and clean up the camp top. Four kills to 1 at this point, 6 towers to 4. So level 13 advantage comes in on the side of the Tactical Feed team. They're going to go ahead and take their bottom Siege Camp. This Siege Camp still got 2 minutes, so they're going to have some pressure here. Opposite of the top objective, which it looks like. And Dubrak's looking for a dive here on the... And a combo by the Blaze. Big... Wow. Cocoon. And a big gust. Big gust to save Diablo. I thought he was for sure a goner. Now, let's see if they turn. Thrall decides to turn, stuns the Blaze, but they're just going to play safe. Let their Diablo regain health, go down, clear this bottom lane. And of course, as you see here, the Blow's rotating up. So this is going to be a 5v4. And of course, Tactical Feed is going to recognize that the entire team is here. Now they see them in lane, and they're going to bounce off. Thrall's going to check, make sure they don't take this boss. He's going to go up, defend this lane, seeing that, recognizing that the Tactical Feed is trying to cheese that middle lane. Of course, he's not going to be able to stop 1v4. His best bet is just to poke. Brightwing's going to Z in on him. Sylvanas is going to come in. They're going to play defense and just allow Diablo to take this bottom. Let's see if the Tactical Feed team decides to jump in, and they do. They decide to jump in on Thrall, and Thrall is blown up. So they also secure the fort in addition to a kill, while the entire time Blaze is top. Diablo, now he's going to have to be careful because the 4-man is about to rotate on him. Sylvanas is recognizing that, but he's going to hearth out, and let's see if he makes it. I think he will. Oh, very close. Another second, and he's probably taken down by the 4-man here. But Sylvanas scoping out balls, making sure that Tactical Feed isn't going to take that out from under there. Yeah, they could have. Logos are blocking some talents. Oh, sorry about that. Let's move that down out of the way. Apologize. These logos are a little bit bigger than the ones I dealt with last night. Alright, that's better. So the Tactical Feed, of course, got the level 16 talents. They're going to dive in and take this fight. Minion Miners are just kind of isolated, and it is a 5v4. They dove in on the Brightwing, but they're not going to be able to secure the kill, so they're going to have to turn and fear and destroy the Diablo. Of course, Diablo has a soul, so he's going to be back up in 5 seconds. So they're going to look for 2 more kills. They've got the Sylvanas isolated, but let's see if she survives. She's going to with the heals. Oh no, she drops. She did not have a tap available, evidently. So still level 16 talent advantage on behalf, and the Gust comes out, defensive Gust, trying to save the rest of the wall and the tower here. But we still have a level 16 advantage, and at this point, Tactical Feed is just recognizing that it is both 5v4. Oh, and they're going to dive in. Let's see if the Thrall drops. No. Blaze has to burn his bunker. Just biding time for another kill here. Of course, Diablo doesn't have a soul, so if he drops, it's going to be much longer than a 5-second delay. Gul'dan just sitting here tossing big-ass waves of fire and draining their health. Of course, he's got that safe range to just continuously burst on their team. Now, they're going to go back and recognize that they still have a level 16 advantage. They're going to take the Siege Camp. They're going to back off, let that Siege Camp push, clean up the bottom lane, and simultaneously take the other Siege Camp. Now they're going to have to, Minion Miners are going to have to clean up the Siege Camp here. Falstad, of course, getting top soaked, trying to get that level 16 even up. And looking like we're going to have a fight here. Falstad poking at the Blaze. But it looks like they're going to try to go for the gank on the Falstad. Recognize, oh, and the Devils gets isolated once again, and they blow him up. Big fear coming in. And Devils is going to drop. The Gust comes in about a second too late to
save his Diablo. Now recognizing that the boss has already been aggroed and they have a 1 hero talent advantage and the Gust being dropped already, they dive in and look for the kill on Thrall, but Thrall's going to put on his sneakers and run out of there with the help of his Brightwing. The whole time the boss is still being aggroed on the behalf of, oh, and a big dive on the Falstad, a big blow up, but no, once again, they just were able to skirt away. Tactical Feed is going to take the boss, and this is going to be a 13-minute boss. So definitely defendable, but we have to recognize that double temples are up. So at some point, these teams are going to rotate to their 2 temples, and we're going to see a lot of damage on the forts. Or keeps, I'm sorry. Of course, Minion Miners are going to have to burn this boss before they can do anything. Greymane's going to go ahead and rotate to the Bruiser camp. Gul'dan and Whitemane are going to take this top objective, and Blaze is going to take the bottom objective. Now, let's see if the Minion Miners can rotate down and capture this Blaze before he sneaks out. Unfortunately not. He's going to sneak out. They're going to recognize that they can finish up this objective, which is going to maybe net them the top fort. But we got the big invade on behalf of Tactical Feed. They're going to steal this top Bruiser, and they're going to have double Bruiser pushing top on a keep that's already taken down. Catapult's going to start coming in, and this top lane is going to be a win condition on behalf of Tactical Feed. Of course, they're almost at level 20, and they may just take the level 20 advantage and push in. I think that's what we're going to see here. Got a fight coming here soon. Oh, big dive on the Thrall in the back line. Cocoon on the Muradin. Cocoon on the Diablo, I'm sorry. And we got a counter engage. Gus comes out. Unfortunately, that's not going to save his team. Sylvanas is dropped. It looks like Falstad is also going to be dropped. Combination of the Drain, the Sucking Champ, Gul'dan, and Blaze is going to continue to fight. He's going to dive in, and it looks like the Blaze is going to drop at this point. But he's got his bunker still. Oh, great play. Really recognizing that he can bunker up and let the rest of his team come in and finish these guys up. Anubrak's going to drop the Diablo. They're going to chase. Brightwing is going to drop to the Gul'dan, and this is going to be game in favor of Tactical Feed. Great plays, great awareness of their talent advantage here. Thrall is going to come in and get drained down, but unfortunately there's just nothing he can do. Drop to 30%. Thrall's going to pass from the Greymane, and that is going to be a GG. Fortunately, this game just spiraled to a point where Tactical Feed had a significant advantage, and recognizing that advantage just pushed the envelope. So we got our stats here. Only 1 death on the part of Tactical Feed. We'll sort by damage for all of you damage stealers. We'll sort by siege, and we'll sort by kills. Take a look at the talents for anyone's interested. I don't see anything particularly odd here. But yeah, great game overall. And we're going to wait for game 2 to start up. Exactly. Once they had control there, they just kept pressing the envelope and got that level 20. Had a double Bruiser, recognized they had an advantage, dove in, made some great decisions. Really liked that aggressive Blaze play, recognizing he has bunker as a safety net, but knowing and relying on the rest of his team to catch up to him and finish off those kills. Yeah, really solid Whitemane play. Just really solid play on behalf of Tactical Feed overall. They just outclassed Minion Miners this game. But there's always next game. So let's see if Minion Miners decide to turn it around. Yes, this will be a best 2 out of 3. Let's see if I can join here. Looks like the teams are ready.
want me on Team 2. Let's see if I'll get swapped over to Observer here shortly. Blaze is always a good ban, especially after a very convincing Blaze. Cursed Hollow especially. Evidently a big fan of the stitches on the choo-choo train emote. For all of you first timers on the stream, please give me a follow. Would appreciate it. Gonna try to get a couple casts in a week at least, and would appreciate the support there. New to casting, but enjoying it. Looks like minion miners are ready. Let's see if tactical feed is ready. Caster is ready. They would lose if I was playing this game. You are correct. Weskra, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Yes, these are players way above my rank. They would not want me in their games. That's for sure. Someone would be flaming me, without a doubt. Let's move to our draft screen. Exactly. Those who can't do cast. I got that directly from Bahamut. Just kidding. Bahamut's a much better player than I'll ever be. But he admittedly realizes that CCL, he could not compete. Neither could 99.9% of the rest of the Euros community. So first bans come out on behalf of Minion Miners, the Chromie ban. So they must have done a scouting report. We've seen back-to-back Chromies here. So they know something that we don't. Joe comes in as the meta tank ban. Well, I appreciate that, Nugget. Yes, we will. Nubrak comes in. They did not want to see that Nubrak again. We will work our way to the top slowly. And another Lucio ban. So not wanting to deal with the Lucio. You would expect that the Lucio and the Chromie were target bans. Of course, I don't know that, but that is a guess. Seeing those in back to back, and the Rhaegar is going to get locked by Sir Mac of Cheese. Great name, by the way. And the two picks coming out on behalf of the tactical feed. Whereabouts taking the Dahaka, and Broom Boy taking the Muradin. The Candyman Muradin too. Great skin. Next two picks coming out on behalf of Minion Miners. Let's see who they like to take for this Cursed Hollow Game 2. Leoric and Abathur. Oh, we're going to get to see a spicy Abba. This should be good. Love Leoric. Assumably going to see some large entombs coming in. And the Deathwing ban. I believe Deathwing was banned last map. Could be another target ban. I don't know. But that's what I'm guessing here. Sir Mac and Nugget need to have a party. That is true. It would be delicious. Wow. Wow. That's the best you can come up with. Just kidding, bro. That was pretty good. Greymane band coming out, recognizing that the Greymane played very well last game. Ooh, nothing is impossible. That's just bad. That's just bad. I mean, I have some bad puns, but they're at least punny.
It's about
Got it. Uther selection coming in on behalf of Tactical Feed. Tychus taking, or Solidity taking the Tychus. So we're still looking for a tank unless we're going to see a Leo main tank, which I doubt, on behalf of the Minion Miners. I think Murderin was playing the tank role last match. So we see a Tracer and a Kerosene. Interesting. So, assumably we're going to see a Tracer hatted by the Abathur, which is going to be spicy. I'm going to enjoy that. I love Tracer. Been trying to get my Tracer up to par for Nexus Gaming Series and Nexomania, but it's a slow process. So the last selection coming in on behalf of Tactical Feed is going to be the Mal'Ganis. Oh, recognizing that the sleep will be huge on the Tracer Kerosene. Also a Tracer into the Uther and the Dahaka. This is going to be a interesting game. If I had to call it based off of the draft, I'm going to say Tactical Feed has probably got a good counter draft for this team. But we could just see Minion Miners going for a siege play at this point. Got a lot of escape. They could just drag this game out and, of course, let their Abathur do what Abathurs do. Oh, Little Bear. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Little Barista. In the chat, I forgot it was your birthday. So, chat, make sure you drop a happy birthday to Little Barista and tag her in the chat. She would really appreciate that. Glad to see she's birthday drunk. And it looks like Nugget is going to join her. Unfortunately, I have no alcohol in here and this match is starting, so I have to not be drunk currently, unfortunately. And we are way the hell over here, which we did not mean to do. Let's introduce the teams real quick. Abathur, Cheese and Rice, Leoric on the Marshall on the Leoric, Westgra on the Tracer, Murderin on the Kerosene, I believe, and Sir Mac and Cheese on the Rhaegar. We got Solidity on the Tychus, Materium on the Uther, Broom Boy on the Muradin, Whereabouts on the Dahaka, and Feldroth on the Mal'Ganis. And we're going to see some early posturing here. Abathur pushing the bottom lane with the help of Rhaegar. And it looks like the Tactical Feed team is going to rotate down and see if they can get a gank on this Rhaegar. Abathur has moved top. Rhaegar is in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, the big stun and the big tongue, but it looks like Rhaegar is going to be able to get out with the help of his totem. Kerosene moving bottom, going to do a little scouting. Rhaegar getting the Abba hat. Leoric up here, laning against the Mal'Ganis. And that's going to be an interesting matchup to watch here. Uther just waiting on his DPS so that he can start a camp. Welcome Vague Visions. So Vague helped me set up the stream. For all of you who are enjoying it, give a big thank you to my buddy, longtime friend since 3rd or 2nd grade. We've been real life friends, in-game friends, just friends overall. Vague spent about an hour of his time last night helping me set up the stream for my first cast, so really appreciate that. Great guy. Vague is a fellow streamer, streams mostly Escape from Tarkov and Rocket League, so make sure you go give him a follow and put some great content out. Good guy. And a happy birthday in the chat to Little Barista. Awesome. Leo just landing up here against the Mal'Ganis still. Tychus is taking the siege camp, but the Tracer, Kerosene are just going to have to turtle up here and play defensive. Looks like both teams just opting for the early game soak, camp pressure tactic, trying to avoid deaths, which is what wins games. Let's be real. We're going to get a hat on the Kerosene. They're going to push out on the Muradin just to try to zone him out a little bit, and they're going to try to clear this camp before it does too much damage to the wall. Rhaegar, of course, still bottom. And we're going to have the first objective come up in 30 seconds here at about the 3-minute mark. Leo appears to be winning this lane pressure here, of course, with his train. But Mal'Ganis with plenty of escape tactics. So let's see if both teams get ready to rotate bottom. Uther's going to go ahead and take that camp that Tychus killed the Siege Giants on, and waiting for that delay so that it can push the off lane in a timely fashion in accordance with the objective. Yeah, at least second grade, maybe not first. And we're going to have, it looks like Minion Miners are going to give up this first objective here. Leo and Abathur are still top, of course. Mostly just Leo is the concern, but Mal'Ganis is as well. Tracer has opted for the middle lane. The objective, first objective, goes over on the half of tactical feed. Daka gonna sit in the bush here. It looks like Leo's just gonna try to clean up this top lane. Siege Giants on their part. We get an Abahat here. But it looks like Tactical Feed's going to opt to push in on this middle lane and get some pressure here. They've dropped the wall, looking to take out the defensive structures. And we see the Murden just sitting in the bush waiting for someone to come out and play. Second objective is going to come up here in about 30 seconds. Minion Miners. Oh, it looks like we're going to have a first invade of Tactical Feed into the Minion Miners Bruiser camp. Leo's still having to spin top. He is very low health. Abathur, of course, is going to give him a little help here with clearing up this lane, but they're going to opt and they're going to get a Leo kill. Now, of course, Leo's going to jump back up here rather soon and will be perfectly in place, but you're going to assume that Minion Miner is going to give this objective, unfortunately. Oh, and they're looking for a kill on the Tracer, but Tracer is going to have the ability to escape. Oh, I'm sorry, that was not the Tracer, that was the Kerosene. It looks like Tracer hat. Leo dive in. Leo is not going to be able to escape this. They are going to follow up on this and get a kill on the Leoric, and that's back-to-back kills on the Leoric. That must have been Rhaegar, I'm sorry, that was getting zoned out earlier. Abathur coming out, capture a little soak and put a little pressure here. Of course, retreating in a timely fashion. Rhaegar, great utility healer, going to be able to take this camp in a pretty quick fashion. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Great song, by the way. We're gonna celebrate my own birthday after this year. Yeah, you are getting pretty old, Keith. Now, it looks like both teams are gonna go ahead and take their bosses prior to this objective. Now, this objective is on the side of Tactical Feed, so Minion Miners are gonna have to fight this on the side of Tactical Feed and let their boss push top while allowing the Tactical Feed boss to push bottom. Of course, these Siege Giants are going to do a little damage here. Doc is trying to clear those up. Uther is on the objective. They're trying to get in there, but they're just getting zoned by this Murden. And we're going to get our first cursed session here on the favor of Tactical Feed, and they are going to dive in and get a kill on the Leoric. The Hakatung comes out, blinds him, zones around the rest of the team, and Leoric drops again. I believe that's the third kill on the side of Leoric. Now we've got this boss pressure with the curse, which they're going to have to send more than Rhaegar down to clean that up, but the rest of the team is pushing middle, and they are giving a chase on this Tracer. Abathur comes in with a big hat on the Tracer. Mal'Ganis has been sent, oddly, Mal'Ganis has been sent to deal with the top boss on behalf of the Tactical Feed team. Oh, and a big entomb on the Tychus, and they're going to get a kill here. The Uther is not going to be able to save his Tychus. It looks like they're going to get another kill on the Uther. So good mid-curse double kill on the side of Minion Miners. Very aggressive play, but recognizing that Mal'Ganis wasn't there to counter their comp and put them to sleep. Now, of course, a lot of value out of the Tactical Feed boss with the curse and only having Rhaegar bottom trying to clear this up. Tracer's going to have to rotate and try to clear this boss up. Oh, and it looks like Leoric got dropped top. Oh, man, I believe that is the fourth death from Leoric. Yeah, this is looking like Tactical Feed has a large advantage here. Only about a half-level lead advantage, but they're not going to be able to take this top fort. Of course, you're going to see Tactical Feed down here take the Bruiser camp. Kerosene going to respond, and is Lior going to die again? Oh, Marshall barely saved, and a big entomb, but unfortunately Mal'Ganis just turns on his party trick to put everyone to sleep, telling boring ass stories, kind of similar to the Deckard, and it's gonna just walk out of there. Now we still got the Rhaegar trying to clean up camps here. You're not seeing the Rhaegar rotate with his team much. That must be a viable strat they think is going to work, maybe with the Abathur heal. Oh, and Leo gets the big stun, and he is going to die for the 5th time, unfortunately. Don't worry, I'm not trying to flame anybody. I went 1-8 a while ago with Leo, so I understand. My Leo is trash. But it happens. Yeah, Dahaka doing Dahaka things. That is exactly right. That's what Dahakas do. Tracer and Rhaegar cleaning up the middle here, but the 5-man is going to rotate down, and they're going to invade this bruiser camp. Dahaka has tongued the Leo again. Let's see if his team follows up. No, they do not. But a big dive in on the Rhaegar. But it looks like Leo, he's going to be able to escape here, even without his vision, having the big old insect googly eyes. Abathur pushing this bottom lane, trying to get some pressure somewhere. Leo's a little overextended. He's going to have to play safe here. But we've got a additional objective tribute spawning up here in 2 seconds. And both teams on an even talent level. So let's see if they're going to fight here. It looks like they are. Big stun on behalf of the Meridian. Kerosene, Tracer just trying to poke, get them to chase. So maybe a counter can come in. Let's see if we see a big entomb here. We're waiting on it, but unfortunately it looks like Dahaka is just going to backline take the curse. Now we still got some pretty good pressure down here with the double siege giants, the monstrosity. Dahaka is going to have to come down here and deal with this. But we have bosses up in 50 seconds. Uther has finished his quest. Looks like we might see a fight here. They're going to have to play aggressive at this point. They need some kill. But Uther comes out with a big stun. Unfortunately, Entomb on the Mal'Ganis again, and it is just not working. Of course, when the silence comes in at level 20, we might see a different story here. But Kerosene's dropping low, and looks like both teams just pretty even trading right now. I don't think anyone's going to die. They've got their defensive structure to retreat behind. Plenty of chain CC here. Hey, leave Deckard out of this. He does tell stories. Oh, very timely. Oh, it looks like the Tracer is going to be stunned to death here. Let's see, Abathur comes in, but Leo is dropping and dropping. Tychus is melting him. Let's see if the Leo is going to be able to escape here. I do not think so. I think he is going to drop. But the Tracer is on the back line on the Tychus. The stun comes in. Let's see if him and Kerosene can finish this kill up. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be able to, even though the Abathur hat is in. No, the Tracer drops. They are still pressing the envelope here, though. Recognizing that this fight could be a game changer. Level 16's come in. A big entomb on Tychus. The dive in. Tychus drops to the Kerosene. Let's see if he can get out. Kerosene with the Abba hat on. Or, I'm sorry, Rhaegar with the Abba hat on. Speed, no, he's going to drop as well. Kerosene did escape, but he escaped to the top. This looks like this is going to be another tribute on the side of Tactical Feed. At this point, things are looking very daunt. Leo coming up middle, going to have to do this. Meridian's going to go ahead and take the objective. Cleaning up the top lane. Here we see Kerosene. And you're going to assume both teams are going to go to their bosses here. The Haka, of course, taking the siege on behalf of Tactical Feed. The rest of his team down bottom, going ahead and taking the boss. Tychus just spawned back up. We're going to see the boss get melted here. And this next objective is going to be key. I do not think that Minion miners are going to survive another curse. Now they do have their level 16. They've got about a half level advantage on behalf of Tactical Feed. So, and we see the objective get taken. But Rhaegar may be overextended. Oh, he did not get the tongue. The Dahaka did not land the tongue. Thankfully, that could have been bad for this Rhaegar. Alright. Both both teams are just going to get ready. Of course, this top boss pushing with a siege is going to take here. They're going to have to defend this at some point, but right now the tribute is more important. Both teams going to dive in. Big stun on the Tracer, even with the Abahat. Let's see if she escapes. She does escape. Tychus is getting melted in the background. Pops Odin. Big Entomb on the Muradin. Leo is just wailing away. Tracer is just escaping death one time after another. Karazim diving the back line. Odin's going to chase him down. Big tongue on behalf of Dahaka, but Karazim's going to come in and finish off the Dahaka. Tychus is going to take down the Karazim. And these teams are just brawling. This is an Abraham brawl at this point. Great fighting here. Tracer just barely surviving one time after another with the heals from the Rhaegar. And unfortunately, this is going to be a GG in favor of Tactical Feed. They're going to have the curse. They're going to have the boss. And, and the Rhaegar gets tracked down. So you're going to assumably see them push bottom lane. This boss is not going to take it down by itself. But we have 7 seconds till Leo's back up. Abathur, of course, is not going to be able to defend. And I think this is going to be a GG on the side of Tactical Feed. Leo up. Got the Abathur hat. Tracer's diving in. Karazim's diving in, just trying to stall as long as they can. But they are not going to be able to defend this as a 5v3 even. Tracer coming in. The core is dropping 20%, 10%. And that is going to be a GG. Very, very dominating performance on behalf of Tactical Feed. Great game, though. Some great brawls. Really enjoyed that. We will sort here. Great damage on behalf of Leo. Top damage. But the 0-7, that's just hard to bounce back from. It really is. Top siege on behalf of Dahaka. We got Tychus with top kills, followed by the Muradin Dahaka. And Abathur, of course, leading the map on siege, followed by the Dahaka and the Mal'Ganis. So, fun games by both teams. Really enjoyed it. Thanks for letting me cast. Thanks everybody for joining in. But that is going to be the end of the stream. Rather quick 2 games, but very enjoyable. Appreciate everyone joining in. Make sure before you bounce out, you leave me a follow. And we will see you guys next time.